Libra. A woman stood barefoot in her kitchen when the storm hit. There was no thunder, no wind, no warning, just a quiet, heavy stillness, like the world had paused for a moment. She was washing a glass just like any other day, but suddenly she felt something press against her chest. Not pain, but weight. It wasn't fear, it wasn't anxiety, it was as if something bigger was approaching, and her body knew it before she did. Without thinking, she let the glass slip from her hands, walked slowly outside, and stood under the falling rain. The water soaked her hair, the wind brushed against her skin, and as she stood there, her hands began to tremble. Her breath grew shallow, her knees weakened beneath her. She wasn't sick, she wasn't scared, she was receiving. In that quiet, sacred moment, a spiritual force had passed through her. It didn't ask permission, it didn't wait for her to understand, it simply arrived. And her body, her sacred living body, was the first to know. Libra, what if I told you that this same force is circling around you right now? Not next year, not someday. Now. You can feel it, can't you? The strange tension in your chest, the random pressure in your head, the deep knowing that something invisible is preparing to enter your life and shift everything you thought was stable. But here's the truth. If you're not ready, if your body isn't prepared, if you ignore the signs and write them off as nothing, you might miss the very moment that was sent to change your direction forever. This isn't just a feeling. It's not your imagination. This is a scheduled shift, a sacred arrival, and your body is the door it wants to come through. So listen closely, because by the time this message ends, you will not only know how to prepare for what's coming, you will be able to welcome it without fear. Comment this below right now to set the intention. I won't miss what's meant for me. Say it with trust. Say it even if you don't fully understand it yet. Because that simple sentence may be the key that opens the door. Stay with me, because this force isn't just spiritual, it's real, it's approaching, and it's looking for a place to rest. Let that place be you. Why the force will arrive through your body first. Libra, you've always looked for signs in the sky, in numbers, in dreams, in the quiet whispers that echo in your thoughts. But this time, the message isn't coming from above. It's coming from within, deep inside your physical body. Most people wait for visions or dramatic spiritual encounters. They expect answers to fall from heaven or appear in perfect words. But for you, this awakening is different. This time, it's your body that will speak first. Why? Because your mind, it's powerful, but it's busy. You think deeply. You question everything. You analyze until the meaning gets lost. So the divine force heading toward you isn't wasting time trying to convince your thoughts. Instead, it's going straight to the source, straight to the system that can't lie. Your body. Have you noticed it lately? That strange tiredness, even after rest? The pressure in your chest that comes and goes? The heavy eyes, like something unseen is watching you? The legs that feel unsettled, as if they're preparing to move? Even when you're still, the quick bursts of heat or chills that have no explanation? These aren't random, they're instructions. What you're feeling is not stress. It's not something to shake off. It's not just a long week or weird energy. It is spiritual calibration. You are being tuned, like a radio finding the right frequency, like an instrument before a concert. Your body is being softened, stretched, awakened. A spiritual force, something precise, something sent, is on its way to you. And it's not going to enter through a dream. It's not going to show up as a voice in your head. It will arrive through your body. Because your body is not just skin and muscle. It is a gateway, a living portal for divine movement. And right now that gateway is opening. So when you feel strange sensations, when your stomach feels different, when your spine feels electric or your palms start to sweat for no reason, don't push it away. Don't try to be normal. Because your body is warning you, it's telling you, something is near, something is coming, get ready. The body always knows first. Long before your heart accepts it, long before your thoughts catch up, your body makes room for what the spirit is about to deliver. So listen to your body now, Libra, because what's arriving was written with your name on it. Your body is a receiver, not a burden. Libra, let's clear this up once and for all. Your body is not weak. It's not broken. It's not the enemy of your growth. It is not something to fight against or fix. Your body is a receiver. A divine living system built to catch signals from the spiritual world. A transmitter of energy, a holder of truth, a sacred container, not a burden. That tension in your neck, that flutter in your stomach, that sudden fatigue that makes no sense at all, it's not just stress, it's not laziness, it's not failure. It's your body trying to tell you something. Because while your mind is busy thinking, your body is listening, it's feeling, it's absorbing, it's storing everything your spirit can't speak out loud yet. Every sigh, every breath, every stretch you've needed lately, it's not random, it's the beginning of your download. You're not just tired, you're processing. You're not just unwell, you're synchronizing with something higher. You're syncing with a spiritual current that your soul agreed to before your body even knew. And here's what most people never understand. When a spiritual force is about to arrive, when a wave of energy is heading your way, your body will always feel it first. It will send alerts, it will shake you out of your routine, it will make you slow down, not to punish you, but to protect you. Because if your body isn't grounded, if your system is overwhelmed, if you keep pushing through the signals like they don't matter, the force will still come, but it won't stay. It won't take root. It will pass through too quickly because the container wasn't strong enough to hold what it brought. That's why this chapter of your life matters so much. You are not just waiting for transformation, you are being shaped to hold it. The divine isn't asking your mind to understand everything. It's asking your body to prepare. So slow down, listen to the aches, breathe into the pressure. Stop treating discomfort like a flaw. It's not pain, it's a message. Your body is working with your spirit, not against it. They are partners in this mission. And if you honor what your body is trying to tell you now, you'll be ready, not just to feel the wave, but to keep what it brings. The warning signs you must not ignore. Now, Libra, we need to talk. Because this is where many people miss their moment. They wait for some loud, clear voice to tell them change is coming. But real transformation doesn't shout, it whispers through the body. When a spiritual force is approaching, life doesn't always send visions or dreams first. It sends physical signals, not to scare you, but to prepare you. These are signs that a spiritual wave is near. You feel tension in your muscles, even when you're supposed to be resting. You start crying unexpectedly, without any specific reason. The things that used to bring you peace or joy now feel uncomfortable or heavy. During sleep, parts of your body feel numb, like the energy inside you is shifting. You get strange headaches, dizziness, or even nosebleeds out of nowhere. No, you're not imagining it, and no, it doesn't always mean something is wrong in the physical sense. Sometimes your soul is using your body as a loudspeaker. It's ringing a silent alarm to get your attention. To say, get ready, something is coming, you're being aligned for something divine. Most people ignore these signs. They push through. They blame stress or say they'll deal with it later. But that delay? That's how the energy passes them by. This isn't about fear. This is about spiritual intelligence manifesting through your physical form. Your body doesn't lie. It speaks clearly if you're willing to listen. And when you do, when you acknowledge these shifts instead of resisting them, you move yourself into perfect alignment with what's coming. Because the spiritual force that's heading your way doesn't want to be chased. It wants to be received. And the only way to receive it, fully and completely, is to recognize the signs when they come knocking and open the door. How to physically prepare for a spiritual hit. Let's get practical now, Libra. A spiritual force is coming. And this isn't just something you wait for with hope. It's something you prepare for, deeply, intentionally, and physically. The question is simple but serious. When the energy arrives, will your body be able to hold it? Will it carry it, or will it collapse under the weight? This force will not wait for your perfect mood, clean schedule, or convenient timing. It's coming with purpose, and it's looking for a ready vessel. That vessel is you. So now let's talk about what to actually do, not in theory, but in practice. Because you need to turn your body into a landing pad for the divine. And to do that, here's what must begin this week. 1. Cleanse the gut. Libra, your gut isn't just for digestion, it's your second brain. It holds emotional memory, it processes energy, and when it's overloaded with toxins, stress, or processed food, it blocks your spiritual clarity. It clouds your connection. This week, cleanse it. Drink clean water, lots of it. Let your body flush out what's stagnant. Avoid heavy, sugary, and overly processed meals. Even a simple 3-day break from sugar can reset your spiritual antenna. Fast lightly if you can. Choose nourishing foods. Eat with intention. Let your gut become light again. Let it breathe. 2. Open your spine. Your spine isn't just a stack of bones. It's a spiritual antenna. It runs from your base to your crown, carrying energy from the earth to the heavens. Right now, your back may feel tight. You might feel pain in your lower back or shoulders. That's because your body is trying to realign for the energy that's coming. Stretch every morning and evening. Don't wait until something hurts. Lay flat on the ground with no pillow. Let your spine decompress. Feel the energy rise gently through your body like a current. Even a few quiet minutes lying still with your eyes closed can open more channels than 1,000 thoughts ever could. 3. Purge emotion. You've been holding too much. You've smiled through pain. You've stayed quiet through chaos, and your body has stored it all. It's time to release it. Cry if you need to. Shout into a pillow. Breathe in deeply through your nose and let out long, audible exhales. Let the tension escape through sound and breath. You don't need to explain the emotion. You just need to feel it and free it. Because when you hold on to old energy, there's no space left for the new force that wants to arrive. Let go now so it can find its home inside you. 4. Silence over noise. You don't need more voices right now. You need space to hear your own. Put down your phone. Cut off the endless scrolling. Mute the chaos that floods your thoughts. Sit in silence. Even if it's just 10 minutes a day, let the quiet speak louder than the noise. This is when the signals come in. This is when your intuition sharpens. This is when the unseen becomes clear. Don't wait until you burn out. Create silence before the force arrives, so you'll recognize its voice when it speaks. 5. Touch nature. Even if you live in a crowded city, even if you don't have a garden or trees nearby, you still need to ground. Touch the earth, touch stone, or stand barefoot on your floor and imagine your energy sinking deep into the ground. Walk outside, let the sun touch your skin. Place your hand on the trunk of a tree. Close your eyes and listen to the wind. Nature resets you. It stabilizes your nervous system. It returns you to rhythm. You are not separate from the earth, Libra. You are made from it. And to receive spiritual energy, your body must be plugged back into its source. This isn't wellness. It's not trendy advice. This is not a lifestyle change. This is activation. These are the real, tangible steps that will turn your body into a safe and sacred container, one that won't reject the force, but absorb it, hold it, and carry it into every part of your life. Prepare now, Libra, not later, not when you feel like it, because this energy won't wait, and when it comes, it will only rest in the place that's been made ready. Why this force chose you now? Why now, Libra? Why is this force coming toward you at this exact moment? Why didn't it arrive years ago when you were begging for a sign? Why didn't it come during your darkest nights when you felt empty, lost, or invisible? The truth is, this force is not late. It is right on time. Because you are finally ready. You've spent so much of your life being strong in silence. You've smiled while breaking inside. You've carried burdens that were never yours. You've put your own healing on hold to keep peace for others. You've ignored the aches in your body just to show up for people who barely noticed your effort. But the universe noticed. The divine saw. And now it's sending something sacred. Not to punish, not to test, but to restore. This force is not coming to overwhelm you. It's coming to rebuild you from the inside out. Not just your emotions, but your biology. Not just your energy, but your actual physical system. This force has waited until now, because now your spirit is mature enough to carry it. Now your body has survived enough storms to know how to hold this peace. Now your soul is no longer asking for escape, it's asking for alignment. This energy will not just awaken you, it will rewire you. You'll begin to experience a stronger immune system, a calmer nervous system, a more stable rhythm in your breathing and heartbeat, clearer thoughts without racing over thinking, more intuitive decisions, even in silence. Your sleep will change, your posture will adjust without effort, your eyes will soften, and your presence will begin to speak before your mouth even opens. This isn't imagination, it's transformation. This force is choosing you now because your next chapter cannot be lived in survival mode. You cannot walk into your future with a nervous system that's still frozen in old pain. You cannot create new joy with a body that's still bracing for impact. You cannot attract the love, abundance, peace, or opportunity meant for you if your body is still locked in the past. That's why the timing matters. That's why this force didn't come when you wanted it. It waited until you could carry it. And now you can. Now you're no longer just surviving. You're stepping into your role as a receiver. A vessel for divine flow. A home for sacred power. You've been chosen for this now, because what's ahead of you requires a body that doesn't flinch. A mind that doesn't doubt. A spirit that doesn't question its worth. This force is here to prepare your vessel, so you don't just touch your destiny, you walk in it fully, without shaking. How to know when it's arriving? Libra. So many people ask, how will I know when the spiritual force is close? How can I tell the difference between imagination and something divine? The answer is simple. Your soul will already know, but your body and your surroundings will begin to reflect it too. You'll know this force is hours or just days away when the signs begin to quietly line up, one by one, almost like invisible puzzle pieces fitting together. First, you'll stop wanting to argue, not because you've given up, but because you've outgrown the noise. You won't need to explain yourself anymore. You'll feel a strange peace, even when others don't understand you. It will feel like your spirit is stepping back to make room for something more sacred. Then, you'll start craving solitude. Even if you're usually social, even if you love company and laughter, you'll want quiet. Not because something's wrong, but because something within you is shifting. You'll start enjoying your own silence more than other people's attention. Next, your dreams will change. They may feel more vivid, more intense, or deeply symbolic. You may see strange symbols, forgotten people, places you've never been, or even feel the presence of something angelic watching you as you sleep. You'll wake up with feelings you can't explain, but they'll carry a message that lingers all day. You may also start noticing animals behaving differently around you. A dog that stares too long, a bird that won't fly away, a cat that suddenly appears and just watches you quietly. These moments are not random, they are part of the preparation. Because animals are sensitive to spiritual shifts, they feel the vibration that even humans can't put into words. And then, without warning, you may feel like crying. Not from sadness, not from fear, but from something deeper, something breaking open in your chest. You'll feel full and empty at the same time. You won't have the words for it. You'll just know that something inside you is moving, releasing, making space. And when all of these signs begin to show up together, don't panic. Don't run to distractions. Don't rush to explain it to others. Don't post about it just to feel seen. Just pause, sit, lay down if your body asks you to. Breathe slowly, be still. Because in that stillness, the force will move. It doesn't want to be chased. It wants to pass through you quietly, fully, completely. And when it does, you won't need to act. You won't need to force anything. You won't even need to speak. You'll just feel different, more whole, more clear, more connected to something bigger than yourself. When this force hits Libra, you won't rise as the person you were. You'll rise reborn. After the hit, what comes next? Libra, once the force touches you, once it enters fully, you will not go back to who you were. You won't even try to. Because something real will shift inside of you. And it won't just change your thoughts or your emotions. It will change the way your entire being moves through the world. After the force lands in you, Libra, your body will no longer just be a receiver. It will become a transmitter, constantly sending out quiet waves of energy into every space you enter. You will begin to notice how people respond differently to you. Not because you've said anything new, but because your presence has changed. Your frequency has shifted. Your energy will speak louder than your voice ever could. You'll start speaking, and people will pause. Even the ones who never listened before. Even the ones who always talked over you. They'll hear you now, because there's something divine riding on your words. You'll walk into a room, and something invisible will happen. The air will feel different. Some people might feel calm, others may feel uneasy. But they'll all feel something. Because you're not just arriving anymore, you're activating space. You'll begin to notice what the world calls coincidences, but your soul will know they're not random. You'll see numbers that match the exact time you were born. You'll hear songs that speak exactly to what you were thinking. You'll see names appear, names from your past, names you prayed about, names you dreamed. These are not accidents. These are alignments, clues from the universe that you're now moving in sacred rhythm. And something else will happen, Libra. Your appetite will change, not just for food, but for energy. You'll crave clean things, clean food, clean spaces, clean emotions, clean relationships. Toxic conversations will drain you. Loud, scattered environments will push you away. Your body will crave light, both in what you eat and who you let near. You may find yourself saying no more often, not out of anger, but out of clarity. You'll stop justifying your needs. You'll stop tolerating what doesn't nourish your nervous system. And that's okay. That's necessary. Because you're no longer just trying to survive this world. You're becoming a vessel that holds light in the middle of it. Don't resist the change, even when it confuses people, even when they ask, what happened to you? Don't try to explain it. Don't shrink yourself to make others comfortable again. Let them feel the shift. Let your transformation speak louder than your explanations ever could. Because you weren't made to convince. You weren't sent here to argue your evolution. You're here to carry frequency. And now that this spiritual force has entered you, it will do more than awaken you. It will protect you. It will guard you from what once drained you. From the people, places, and patterns that used to poison your peace. The version of you that attracted pain, it no longer exists. What comes next, Libra, is a chapter that begins with power. Quiet power, calm power. The kind of power that doesn't need to prove itself, because it simply is. This wave was always yours. Libra, let this be clear. What's coming is not a test. It's not chaos. It's not punishment. And it's not here to scare you. This is fulfillment. This is the moment your spirit has been preparing for, even when your mind didn't understand, even when you felt tired, confused, or far behind, even when nothing around you made sense. This wave was never random. It was never meant for someone else. It was always meant for you. Before you ever knew what alignment meant, before you could name your purpose, before the healing even began, your name was written on this energy. That's why your body has been acting the way it has. That's why some nights you couldn't sleep. That's why your chest felt heavy during full moons. That's why certain rooms felt suffocating. That's why certain people drained your energy the moment they entered your space. You weren't being oversensitive. You were being signaled. Signaled by a force that was getting closer. A force that chose you long ago. The places that have felt heavy? It's because you were never meant to stay there. You were meant to pass through, not settle. You were meant to gather strength and make room for something sacred. And now you feel it. Now something inside you is waking up. So when the wave arrives, don't tense. Don't doubt. Don't resist. Just receive, with your hands open, with your heart steady, with your body ready. Let it come in fully. Let it do what it was designed to do. Restore you, lift you, and carry you forward. Say this in the comments and declare it to the universe right now. I won't miss what's meant for me. Let those words be your prayer. Let them be your confirmation. And Libra, if this message stirred something inside you, if it made your chest ache in the best way, then subscribe. Stay connected to this space, because this is not the last force headed your way. More is coming, more healing, more alignment, more divine instruction, and next time, you'll recognize it before it even knocks. Because now, you are ready.